Hello viewers, welcome. Today we are going to discuss about technical and smart textiles, its significance, classification, properties, production and its applications. Technical textiles is a high technology sunrise sector which is steadily gaining ground in India. Technical textiles are functional fabrics that have applications across various industries including automobiles, civil engineering and construction, agriculture, healthcare, industrial safety, personal protection, etc. The technological evolution which transversely integrates human science, materials and information technology does allow to foreseeing positive perspectives in the approach towards the development of new products and applications. Technical textile products are manufactured for their special properties required for their end use in the particular field. Based on usage, there are 12 technical textile segments. Let us know what they are. The first one is agrotech, which is related to agricultural textile. The next is build tech, which is related to building and construction fields. The next is cloth tech. It deals with technical components of clothing and footwear. The next one is geotech. It talks about geotextile and soil engineering. The next is home tech. It talks about technical components of furniture, household textile and floor coverings. The next is indutech. It talks about industrial users. The next is meditech. It is about hygiene and medical products. The next textile is mobitech. It talks about automobile, shipping, railway and aeroplane. The next is oaktech. It talks about environmental protection. The next is packtech. It talks about packaging for all product. The next is protech. It talks about personal and property protection. The next and the final one is sports tech. It deals with sports and its leisure products. Let us now understand about agrotech. This segment comprises technical textile products which are used in animal husbandry, farming, fishing and horticulture. The agrotech textiles offer unique properties in the form of controlling the harmful influences of climate and environmental factors on crop production and cattle breeding, normalizing nutrient levels intake of plants, supporting in process and post-harvest operations and serving ropes, lines and nets to the fishing industry. The agrotech products include shade nets, crop covers, mulch mats, anti-hail nets, bird protection nets and fishing nets. Let us now understand about build tech. Textiles have been in the past been predominantly confined to the interior decoration. They are now increasingly becoming part of this construction themselves, thanks to better performance characteristics in terms of their strength-weight ratio, durability, flexibility, insulating and absorption properties, and fire and heat resistance. They are in a position to replace more traditional construction materials such as steel and other metals, wood and plastics, and examples of such innovative uses of textiles include textile reinforced concrete, fiber and textile based bridging cables and elements, erosion and landslide protection systems, textiles reinforcement of dikes and other water management systems, fiber based light, flexible and durable piping and canalization. Let us now understand about cloth tech. In the textile and apparel industry, clothing components include fiber, yarn and textiles which are used as technical components during apparel manufacturing. Those clothing components are sewing threads, wadding and interlinings and insulation. It should be noted here that clothing components does not include the main outer and lining fabrics of apparel, nor does it cover protective apparel or clothing. Let us now understand about geotech. The geotech textiles are used for the construction of bridges, dams, roads and pavements, railways and paths, as well as embankments, cutting dikes, rail track, bed stabilization, landfills and waste management, and subsea coastal engineering projects. These technical textiles are permeable fabric or synthetic material, woven or non-woven, which provides various unique properties such as good strength, separation of confinement, filtration, drainage, durability, reinforcement, low moisture absorption, thickness and protection. The major geo products are geogrids, geocomposites, geonets and geomembranes. Let us now understand what is home tech. Halo fibers with excellent insulating characteristics are vastly used in bedding and sleeping bags. The other types of fiber are increasingly being used to replace foams in furniture due to concern over the fiber and health hazards posed by such types of materials. Over 35% of the total weight of fibers and textiles in this category lies in the field of home textiles or household textiles and furnishing, especially in the use of loose fiber in wadding applications. Let us now understand about Indutech. These technical textile products are used for industrial purposes. The industrial purposes include industrial processes, incorporation of textiles into industrial products, reinforcement for printed circuit boards, seals and gaskets and other industrial equipment. The Indutech products include conveyor belts, cigarette fiber rods, drive belts, bolting cloth, AGM glass battery separators, decatizing cloth, abrasives, ropes and cordages, composites, computer printer ribbon, printer circuit boards, paper making fabrics, filtration products and industrial brushes. Let us now understand what is Meditech. Textile products are omnipresent in the field of human hygiene and medical practice. Their use is based on several typical basic textile properties like softness and lightness, flexibility, absorption, filtering, etc. Traditional applications include wound care products, diapers, braces, prosthesis and orthosis, wipes, breathing masks, bedding and covers, ropes and belts and etc. Innovative textile products can both add significantly to the effectiveness of medical treatments as well as the patient comfort. At the same time, new medical textiles may contribute to cost containment. Medical textiles are classified into implantable materials, non-implantable materials, healthcare and hygiene products, extracorporeal devices. Let us now understand about Mobitech. The products range from carpeting of a vehicle, tire, cards, airbags, etc. Composite reinforcement are used for manufacturing civil and military aircraft bodies, wings and engine components, etc. The textile fabric is used as acoustic material in the silencer of vehicles. It is more helpful in vehicle air conditioning for filtration purposes. Carbon composite materials are used for manufacturing of Formula 1 racing cars because of its lightweight and high strength. Let us understand about Oak Tech. These type of technical textiles are used for the protection of the environmental ecology. Though this type of technical textile overlaps with several other areas such as industrial textile, geotextile and agricultural textile, it's not a well-defined segment yet. Let us now understand about PACTEC. There are some key uses of technical textiles as packaging and containment, such as manufacturing of sacks and bags, traditionally from cotton, flax and jute, but increasingly from polypropylene. In the modern packaging market, especially in the food industry, lightweight non-wovens and knitted structures for a variety of wrapping and production applications. On the other hand, tea and coffee bags use wet-laid non-wovens. Besides these, vegetables, meats and fruits are now frequently packed with a non-woven insert to absorb liquids, whereas fruits and vegetable products are supplied in knit and knitted net packaging. Let us now understand what is PROTEC. The term protective clothing covers garments and accessories intended to protect people against the elements, dangerous or hazardous materials, processes or events during their work or leisure activities. It also encompasses garments intended to protect products, the workplace or environment against people. As for a clean room garment, demand for protective clothing is affected not only by increased levels of industrialization but also by increased awareness of health and safety and hygiene legislation. The rising trend in violent crime combined with increased military operations have led to increases in public spending aimed at reducing injuries to police, civil defense and the military. Let us understand about sports tech. The various products used in sports applications are included in it, such as playing turf of hockey ground, nets, and in various games like football, tennis, table tennis, basketball, hockey, etc. The sports tech also include the different types of protective materials used in various games such as gloves, helmets, safety pads, etc. Also, the playing equipment such as rackets, balls of various games like football, tennis, cricket, volleyball, etc. and the carbon fibers is used for manufacturing of frames of the bicycle, the body of Formula 1 racing cars, sports bikes which are stronger than metal and lighter than metal. Now, let us understand about the raw materials for technical textiles. Technical textiles are manufactured from a variety of fibers and filaments based on the preferred properties of the end product. Generally, all types of fibers can be utilized in the production of technical textiles. The fibers and filaments can be broadly categorized as natural and man-made. Let us understand about smart textiles. Smart textiles are materials and structures that sense and react to environmental conditions or stimuli, such as those from mechanical, thermal, chemical, electrical, magnetic or other sources. They are systems composed of different apparatus and materials such as sensors, actuators, electronic devices together. Textile science today stands on a novel, unexplored and a fantasy-filled horizon. Good examples are fabric and dyes that will change their color with changes in pH, clothes made of conductive polymers which give light when they get electromagnetic signals, fabrics which regulate the surface temperature of garments to achieve physiological comfort. Let us now understand about the classification of smart textiles. Passive smart textiles. The first generations of smart textiles, they are only able to sense the environment or user based on sensors. Active smart textiles. The second generation has both actuators and sensors. Textiles which adapt their functionality to changing environment automatically are active smart textiles. Active smart textiles are shape memory, chameleonic, water resistant and vapor permeable, hydrophilic and non-porous, heat storage, thermogulated, vapor absorbing and heat evolving fabric and electrically heated suits. Ultra smart textiles. Very smart textiles are the third generation of smart textiles which can sense, react and adapt themselves to environmental conditions or stimuli. Functions of smart textiles. 5 functions can be distinguished in an intelligent suit, namely sensors, data processing, actuators, storage and communication. They all have a clear role. Although not all intelligent suits will contain all functions, the functions may be quite apparent or may be an intrinsic property of the material or structure. They all require appropriate materials and structures, and they must be compatible with the function of clothing, comfortable, durable, resistant to regular textile maintenance processes and so on. So let us now understand what are sensors. The basic of a sensor is that it transforms a signal into another signal that can be read and understood by a predefined reader, which can be a real device or a person. As for real devices, ultimately most signals are being transformed into electrical ones. Textile materials cover a large surface area of the body. Consequently, they are an excellent measuring tool. Let us now understand about data processing. Data processing is one of the components that are required only when active processing is necessary. The main bottleneck at present is in the interpretation of the data. Textile sensors could provide a huge number of data, but what do they mean? Problems are large variation of signals between patients, complex analysis of stationary and time-dependent signals, lack of objective standard values, lack of understanding of complex interrelationships between parameters, etc. Apart from this, the textile material in itself does not have any computing power at all. Let us understand about actuators. What are actuators? Actuators respond to an impulse resulting from the sensor function, possibly after data processing. Actuators make things move. They release substances which makes noise and many others. Shape memory materials are the best known examples in this area. Shape memory alloys exist in the form of threads. Because of its ability to react to a temperature change, a shape memory material can be used as an actuator and links up perfectly with the requirements imposed on the smart textiles. What is storage? The smart suit often needs some storage capacity. Storage of data or energy is most common. Sensing, data processing, actuation, communication, they usually need energy, mostly electrical power. Efficient energy management will consist of an appropriate combination of energy supply and energy storage capacity. What is communication? For intelligence textiles, communication has many phases. Communications may be required within one element of a suit between the individual elements within the suit, from the wearer to the suit to pass instructions, from the suit to the wearer or his environment to pass information. Application of smart textiles. Let us understand for health. The development of wearable monitoring system is already having an effect on healthcare in the form of telemedicine. Representative examples are wireless enabled garment with embedded textile sensors for simultaneous acquisition and continuous monitoring of ECG, respiration, EMG and physical activity. The smart cloth embeds a strained fabric sensor based on piezo-resistive yarn-side fabric, electrodes realized with metal-based yarns, sensitized vest including fully woven textile sensors for ECG and respiratory frequency detection and portable electronic board for motion assessment, signal pre-processing and Bluetooth connection for data transmission. The wearable sensitized garment that measures human heart rhythm and respiration using a 3-lead ECG shirt. The conductive fiber grid and the sensors are fully integrated, which means knitted in the garment of smart shirt. What is Life Belt? Life Belt is a trans-abdominal wearable device for long-term health monitoring that facilitates the parental monitoring procedures for both the mother and the fetus. This life belt is very useful in case of pregnant women. Pregnant women living in remote areas work during pregnancy and face certain health problems. Example, high blood pressure, kinetic problems requiring immobilization, kidney or heart diseases, or multiple pregnancies. Life Belt is a support tool for the obstetrician who is enabled to monitor patients remotely, evaluate the automated preliminary diagnosis of their condition based on collected and analyzed vital signs, access patients' medical data at any time, and most importantly, may be alerted. What is the phase change materials? Nowadays, phase change materials are highly applied in the field of textiles for different kinds of products such as apparel, underwear, socks, shoes, bedding, accessories and sleeping bags. For multifunctional products also, they are applicable in the specialty items like anti-ballistic vests, automotive, medical or for other industrial applications. Application of PCMs in textiles. For a suitable application of PCM in textiles, the temperature must be within a temperature range of human skin. The exciting property of PCMs would be useful for the application of producing protective garments in all kinds of weathers from the strongest winter to the hottest summer. Textile materials treated with PCMs can store the heat if it's excessive and release it back when the heat is needed. Applications of phase change textiles include apparel, blankets, medical field, insulation, protective clothing and many others. The following is a summary of the application of PCM in the textile fields: space, sportswear, bedding accessories, medical application, shoes and accessories and others. I hope you all have enjoyed our today's episode. See you all again.